We totally understand. Picking just 10 shooting games out of so many options is a challenge. That's why our list is designed to cover all the bases. We've included titles that offer everything from heart-pounding, fast-paced action to more measured, narrative-driven experiences. Whether you're into the thrill of multiplayer mayhem or prefer the solitude of single-player adventures, we've got something for you. Plus, staying true to our tradition of making your wallets happy, we've even included some fantastic free-to-play FPS games. So, gear up and get ready, because we're kicking things off with Junkies. Hold up. You might be thinking, isn't Deathloop just that SOSO game from Arcane Studios? Well, kind of, but not exactly. The idea of a time-looped open world packed with enemies to take out and a rival super assassin trying to thwart your plans sounds thrilling, at least in theory. Expectations were understandably high, but unfortunately, the game didn't quite live up to the hype. But here's the thing, we think Deathloop might have been a bit unfairly judged. While it can feel a bit repetitive at times, it still offers a compelling story and action-packed gameplay. Add in some striking, uniquely stylized graphics and the freedom to approach your targets in various ways, and you'll see why we've given Arcane Studios' creation a spot on our list, albeit at number 10. Sliding into the number 9 spot on our list is Far Cry 6. Ubisoft's latest entry in their globe-trotting shooter series takes us to another stunning location. This time a sun-soaked, Cuba-inspired Caribbean island. Here, your mission is straightforward. Lead a rebel movement against a ruthless dictator. As always, you'll get to explore breathtaking landscapes and take down some over-the-top, delusional adversaries. Don't get us wrong, we had a blast with Far Cry 6. The game sometimes ventures into delightfully absurd territory, like giving you a jetpack or a trained attack rooster sidekick. While the franchise does feel a bit stale after 6 entries, if you can embrace the chaos and don't mind the lack of major innovation, it still delivers a genuinely thrilling experience. With its over-the-top gunfights, intense stealth missions, and stunning visuals that could easily place it among the best-looking PS5 games, Far Cry 6 is definitely worth a shot for current-gen console owners. Titanfall 2 is often hailed as one of the best shooters on PS5 and PS4, which might catch some off guard. At first glance, it might seem like just another sci-fi shooter about a pilot in a high-tech mech with cutting-edge AI. Sure, it features plenty of intense gunfights, but is that really enough to stand out? Truth be told, Titanfall 2 offers much more than just sleek, intense combat. While you'll still enjoy wreaking havoc as the percoring soldier Jack Cooper and his massive metal-clad Titan companion BT, the game's standout feature is its compelling and emotionally engaging narrative. The story delves into the evolving relationship between the protagonist and his mech, making you genuinely invested in their bond. By the end of the campaign, you'll find yourself rooting for the duo and feeling like you're part of a truly great team. If you're a gamer who loves chatting with friends or throwing some playful taunts during online shootouts, you can't go wrong with one of the titans of online shooters, Call of Duty. But if you're eyeing a fast-paced multiplayer FPS on PS5, you might be stuck choosing between Warzone and Modern Warfare 3. For those craving a battle royale experience, Warzone is the way to go. This massive multiplayer mode has you scavenging for cash and taking out rival squads on an ever-shrinking map, delivering intense and sweat-inducing gameplay. Plus, with Warzone being free-to-play, your wallet will be just as thrilled as you are. On the flip side, if you're into classic multiplayer modes like Team Deathmatch or large-scale battles, Modern Warfare 3 is your best bet. It revives the traditional Call of Duty multiplayer experience and includes a single-player campaign. However, keep in mind that the campaign is quite short and lacks depth, coming in at around 5 hours. So, if you're mainly focused on multiplayer, you won't miss much by skipping it. Oh, you might exclaim, glancing at Prodeus screenshots. It's one of those boomer shooters with a retro style my pops used to play, right? Well, yes, but that's a good thing. Despite its nostalgic, pixelated look, This indie gem earns its spot on our list by delivering high-octane gunfights that will get any shooter fan's heart racing. To fully grasp the game, let's first dive into its intricate story. Just kidding. Prodeus keeps it straightforward with a bare-bones plot where your mission is to take down a godlike antagonist. The real draw here is the action as you blast through levels swarming with demonic enemies that burst into gloriously gory explosions from your shotguns, rocket launchers, or even your fists. The retro-level design is packed with secrets, rewarding the curious and adventurous. This indie gem is a must-play for fans of games like Doom.
Jump!
Kicking off the second part of our list of the best FPS games on PlayStation 5 is a post-apocalyptic gem. But don't expect to crawl out of an underground vault or blast ghouls in a snug blue spandex suit. Instead, prepare for a gritty, narrative-driven journey through a ravaged, post-nuclear world in search of a new home. Enter Metro Exodus. This game continues the saga of Artyom, picking up right where the previous installments left off. The protagonist, along with his comrades, navigates the Russian metro systems teeming with post-war survivors, warring factions, mutants, and other ominous threats. This time, however, the adventure ventures above ground, as Metro Exodus takes us on an epic and perilous odyssey through the irradiated wilderness in search of a new home.
This is where it ends.
Number 4 on our list is a perfect fusion of two different gaming experiences. Imagine the intense battle royale action and expansive maps of Warzone, combined with the slick, fluid gunplay and parkour mechanics of Titanfall 2. Sounds amazing, right? Well, you don't have to imagine it, just dive into Apex Legends. This game masterfully combines those elements, offering an adrenaline-pumping experience with cooperative squad gameplay and unique character abilities. If you're a fan of dynamic combat and strategic play, Apex Legends is definitely worth checking out. Quick heads up. While Apex Legends delivers fantastic shooting with intense, fast-paced action, its competitive online nature might not be for everyone. But here's the good news, just like the free PS5 games we've highlighted, Apex Legends is free to download, so there's no risk in giving it a try. If you're ready for some high-energy gameplay and have a few friends to team up with, this Respawn Entertainment gem is definitely worth checking out. Now that we've explored games that shine with friends, let's spotlight the third entry on our list, Borderlands 3. This title is a standout when it comes to co-op fun, offering an exhilarating blend of loot grinding and over-the-top action. Unironically, it earns its spot as one of the best and most satisfying games to play with friends. If you're into wild adventures and epic loot, Borderlands 3 is definitely a must-try. While Borderlands 3 builds on the legacy of its predecessors, you don't need any prior experience to dive into its wild, visually explosive gunfights and loot-hoarding madness. The basics are straightforward. Team up with a quirky crew of misfits on a quest for treasure and terrible one-liners. Your main goal? Stop a pair of villainous twins who want to turn the galaxy into their own playground. The plot might be a bit of a sideshow, but the real star here is the over-the-top gameplay, especially when you're sharing the chaos with friends in some epic split-screen co-op action. If you're still itching to explore the galaxy, visit breathtakingly diverse worlds, and loot so much gear it feels like you're hauling a sack of bricks, but you'd rather swap the wacky humor for a grander, more cinematic experience, we've got just the game for you. Enter Destiny 2, Bungie's free-to-play shooter that offers a wealth of loot, deep lore, and an epic soundtrack that makes every moment feel truly larger than life. If you're looking for a more immersive, high-stakes adventure, Destiny 2 is definitely worth your time. The best part about Destiny 2? Despite its massive content offering, it's completely free to play. While Bungie has rolled out several paid DLCs, the base game alone provides more than enough to keep you and your friends entertained for countless hours. Choosing the best single-player first-person shooter on PS5 was a tough call, but when we considered the phrase action-packed, one title stood out above the rest. After all, nothing screams action-packed, quite like a game where you're relentlessly slashing, shooting, and tearing through waves of demonic enemies, all set to a pulse-pounding metal soundtrack. Agree or disagree? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. For now, let's give a big shout-out to our top pick, Doom Eternal. We absolutely adore Doom Eternal, and it's easy to see why. It's a near-perfect game, though it might not be everyone's cup of tea. Aside from that, it shines in almost every aspect. The graphics and level design are top-notch. The gameplay is refreshingly arcade-like compared to its predecessor. The soundtrack cranks up the adrenaline, and those glory kills are endlessly satisfying. If you're thinking about diving into Doom Eternal, brace yourself for a thrilling ride with virtually no complaints in sight. That's a wrap, fellow action enthusiasts. We've shared our top picks for the most action-packed FPS games on PS5. Are you currently diving into any of these titles? Or do you have a favorite shooter that didn't make our list? We'd love to hear your thoughts and recommendations in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in and happy gaming.